think, especially the youth, man, you gotta just go get it, man. Like, go get it. Don't be scared. Just go get it. In anything in life, like, you want to be the next singer, the next artist, you want to be the next Drake, you want to be the next J Balvin, the next whoever, DJ whoever, the next top photographer, man, whatever, the next designer, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, man, go chase your dreams. Chase your dreams, keep working, meet people, be humble, and just grow. Don't be scared, man. Don't be scared.
What's up? Obviously, the face of PCE, Mr. Eugene Allen. Sorry right now, our boy Corey, co-host Corey, he's having a little bit of technical difficulties. His phone got hacked. Everything got hacked, so he can't log on to anything. But today, we got Iamdresito with us. We grew up in the same neighborhood, so we've known each other forever. So let's say, introduce yourself.
Good, Gene. So, yo, my name is Iamdresito, like he just said. But we here, baby. We here. So we go way back. And we here doing this for, the people, baby. We're doing it for the culture.
Facts, for the culture. First, obviously, just tell everyone a little bit of background about yourself. Everyone I know in our neighborhood and wherever the thousands of people you've impacted so far, I know they want to know a little bit more about you. So just let them know.
So listen, that's a great question. I'm from Colombia, Medellin, Colombia. Big city, decent sized country, but then I was raised in New York in a small, little small pocket, village town, whatever you want to call it, on Long Island. But now that little city is huge. So that's where I'm from.
Sure.
I'm from South America now in the United States, living the dream.
Perfect. So let everyone know. I know everyone in our little big, I guess, tourist attraction. I guess that's the right word for it right now. The lane it's going.
What is it now? It's like tourist attraction, the Hamptons. I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, it's crazy out there now.
For sure, the New Hamptons. I guess. I mean, when you're in Claudio's right now, I guess you get the geotag for the Hamptons. So I guess it's so.
I guess you consider something now when you're in the port. Back in the day, where it's just like it's a little quiet, mom and pop spot, whatever, little vacation area. But now, bro, that's where we're from, man. It's big money out there now.
Yeah, especially with coronavirus, the money is coming in, and they're staying.
I believe it.
They're over the city right now. But let's get right into it. So just tell us what you do right now for your career. We know you love music, you love the entertainment side of sports and business. So just let's dive right into that.
That's a good question, man. I just like to impact people, man. I like to entertain, whatever it is. I just like to put on for the culture, bro. So I'm talking about music, like you just said. You just actually named everything. But I like to be diverse, so it's not just like music, sports, but that's like the main things, like music, sports. That's definitely probably the main things.
Yep.
But it's like everything, bro. It could be like art. It could be, man, it's just everything that's for the culture. That's what I like. And I'm all about that. I'm all about the culture, straight up, just the culture. And how I started, man, it's just, man, it's not really like there wasn't no formula or anything. It's just I did what I loved and what my mind told me. There's no formula, there's no blueprint, there's none of that. So whatever my mind's saying to me each day, I wake up and it's like, oh, go do this, or how about we do this? That's what I'm gonna do. There's no formula. There's nothing like that.
Yeah, I got you. But there's got to be a reason you stuck to entertainment, because a lot of people you watch a commercial, you see it's simple. You watch, I guess, everything you've done. We're not gonna get into MSG right now, but everything you've done, there has to be.
No, I get it. Like, what put me into the lanes? More say. What put me into lanes? Why did I do it? Good question. So man, I love sports. I love music. We just talked about that. We know that. So growing up, I really didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. Um, but I had a thing for music. I had a thing for sports. And I set some goals for myself. I set a couple dreams, and a little bucket list. Everybody got a bucket list. Everybody got a checklist, I think, when they're young and growing up. So as far as that, like I told you, I'm all about the culture, but I did have like some visions. My visions were like, hey man, one day, why can't I be the next, I liked coaching. I liked watching sports. So why can't I be the next coach? I was into coaches. Like I loved Coach K. I loved, like the big time Pat Riley. Like, like I had a thing for coaching when I was young and stuff like that. Music wise, I was like, maybe why can't I be the next, manager for so-and-so artist? So I had like visions, like I had visions. Never, what's funny though? I never had a vision of saying, hey, why can't I be the next Michael Jordan? I never had a vision like that as like an athlete. Let me be the next Randy Moss or somebody crazy like that. I never had a vision like that.
And that's crazy because you've always been into sports. You've been to state championship basketball teams you've been a part of. You've been near people that have just excelled in sports. That's crazy that you were like, I can be better than that person. Let me be Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
so that's crazy.
That's funny you say that because, and what happened was while growing up, now like when I'm talking about like you just mentioned, basketball started making an impact into my life when I was in junior high, and I'm talking about way back, man. That was years ago, but I can remember it to clear as day. And that's when I had a passion for basketball. When my brother was going to school, all his friends were basketball heads. They all were great basketball players. And I watched a lot of college ball, and that's kind of how I had the passion for ball. So now we're talking like through, let's say when I was like maybe 10 years old, about 10 to 12, hitting junior high, I started falling in love more with ball. So now the passion started becoming stronger. Now we're talking junior high. I grew up with a kid, Ryan Creighton. I'm sure his name rings bells everywhere, Long Island, New York, wherever, United States. Ryan became like a really good friend of mine.
Beast from the East, ladies and gentlemen. He is the beast from the East. Let him know.
So it's funny, man. So Ryan was this kid. He was a little younger than me. He played ball, and he played ball just like rec ball. Like he didn't take it serious, whatever. So junior high comes around. I was in 7th grade, played ball, and all my friends played basketball. We all hooped. We all grew up playing ball. And then time went on. He became a 7th grader. I was in 8th grade, and man, we just had like our practices in junior high, and we had our first game. I'll never forget this, man. We played our rivalry school. It was South Hole, so small school. We come from small areas, so it was like 7-mile distance. We playing ball, and we played our first game. And man, I'm a kid, bro. Like I'm an 8th grader. Like I'm in junior high. I love ball, but it's whatever. We just playing ball. We kids. So man, we played this game. At the end of the game, man, this kid Ryan had like 35 points, like 40 points. His first game ever, like organized basketball. This kid was like going crazy. So I'm like, damn, yo, this is my boy. Like he's going bananas. And I had I was a small guard. I was very short. I'm still short to this day, bro. So whatever. I had 10 points. He had 10 points. He had like 35. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. And then after that game, it made me realize like, damn, bro, like I really love this. Like this is mad cool. Like I was just a ball boy for like some crazy like teams that went to like the New York State, like we call it the regionals in New York. So they made it like right before the Final Four. And I saw them like my brother's friends like win big like Long Island county chips. And so I was attached to just basketball. So now after I played junior high and I completed the season, I fell in love with ball like even more and more and more. So that's kind of how I took my lane into the sports world. I think that I really felt a passion for basketball.
Yeah. So in high school and I guess junior high school, were you like, I got to get a camera. Let's just film how good my friend Ryan Creighton was. Let's film this stuff.
Hell no. You know what, bro? I'll never forget. I went to Best Buy. And that's a great question, bro. I went to Best Buy. I got this little small camera, like the size of my iPhone, like something like this size. One of them little ones,
Yeah.
like no professional camera. So I said, man, yo, this kid's gonna be the next big thing in New York, in Long Island. I said, yo, man, I gotta get some documentary of this stuff. So I got this camera and I started documenting. And like I told you, I love everything. And I had a thing for like photography and video back when I was a kid. And I started documenting with this little camera. So I'm talking about like now when he was in like maybe like 8th grade, 9th grade, I started documenting his stuff. And man, I wish I still had the clips, bro. I got some clips around, I think, but I didn't have like no passion for like photography like crazy, man, and thinking like, yo, this is gonna lead to something. No, never. But I did document little things of, growing up.
Yeah, of course, because like when you guys were growing up, I was way younger than y'all. So what would you say? Like, hold on. I remember this one video growing up. I don't know if you were involved with it, but we were down at third. Third is the basketball court, and there was like a full-on dunk video.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. That's
I remember
funny.
that. That's like funny. The first one on YouTube.
Yeah, that's funny. And that's like when YouTube was like just getting big, bro. That was like when this was like before there was even YouTubers or bro. And it's funny you say that, man, because if I documented all the stuff I did growing up as a kid, man, bro, I would probably be the next YouTuber, because I had this little camera. I was recording everything, man. But that's funny, yeah. And like I told you, I just had something about documenting things, man, and just creating art with it. I don't know.
Yeah. I've always had that same passion. Like I've always loved just like recording videos and just recording sound, messing around with sound and playing with paint when you're on like a little kid. That stuff just so much. That's just fun. That's where you kind of, I see like and gradually shift. Like I have a nephew right now. He's into drawing, loves drawing, and he's actually evolving into like clay and writing with like different stuff like that. Like that stuff's fun to me. Like that's crazy. Art, yeah, especially when you see the evolution of it. Like that's just really impressive to me. But 100%. I would say when was I guess what was it like kind of getting your first gig? I don't know if it was photography, if it was filming something, if it was getting a crowd involved into a big game. What do you think? What was your first?
That's a great question, actually. And you know what? Your question is on point right now because it's bringing me back to childhood days. And man, I haven't thought like way back when I was like in 10th grade elementary school. Nah, I haven't thought about that. So, man, you're bringing me back, bro. That's a great question. Are we talking like big gig or just in general, just my first gig?
Let's say that gig because you got to think, even those small gigs, that was the evolution of those big gigs. We can start at the bottom of it.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. So when I fell in love with DJing, my brother had a set of turntables growing up. He had a set of turntables. He had two like 1200s, which are like, the real turntables with vinyl. Like there ain't no Serato, none of that. So my brother had he had two 12s, and I was like, damn, man, like he just bought them because he wanted to be a DJ.
Yeah.
So my brother, I think he kind of it wasn't for him. So I was playing with him. I was like, let me try this out, man. Like, maybe I'll like it. So I started messing with these or whatever. And then I started listening to Hot 97, listening to Funk Flex. And at the time, it was like, who was it? It was like Funk Flex and Red Alert and all them guys. I'm talking about, they're big time DJs.
Yeah.
What's his name? damn, I can't even think off the top of my head right now. But you know, like the mixtape era, that all those mixtape guys, I love them guys. Like I really like, you know, was like just I love that era, you know. But so let's fast forward a little bit. My brother wasn't DJing, obviously. So then I went to a graduation party. And I saw the DJ. And I was like, damn, man, that's kind of cool, man. Like he's controlling the crowd. Like everything he does, the crowd is reacting to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and that's what DJing is, I think. I mean, you take a room of 10 people and there's one person. If he can control them 10 people, he's doing his job.
Yeah, for sure.
Or if you got 1,000 people and you making the whole room shake, you doing your job. So like, imagine you shaking a room of 50 people and now you get 3,000 people in that room, you gonna shake it, you know? So with that being said, I saw him controlling the crowd. I'm like, damn, man, like I wanna do that. I think I wanna do that. So then I went to another graduation party and I'm like, maybe this is the formula. Maybe I could get into it like this. So then I went to a party and it was my friend's graduation party and the DJ was one of my friends. So I was like, man, I want to try the newer version of DJing, which is not vinyl now. It's more like electronic, you know.
Yeah.
It's easier. It looks easier. It's a laptop. I was like, man, let me try that. Like I'm gonna just see if I can do it. So this graduation party was like, it was like some popular kid from like a small hometown town nearby, and it was like, man, it was like at the graduation party, it was probably like 80 people there. It was like a big graduation. It was a popular kid, and then it was like 150. Then it was like 200. I'm like, damn, there's mad people here. And I'm a kid, you know, mind you, I was like 15, 13. I don't know. I was in junior high.
Was that $100 gig right there, or you did it for free?
Oh, bro, I did it for free, bro. I did it for free. And you know what I said to him? I said, yo, no, he had to take a break. So he was like, yo, man, this what you do? I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. So he gave me the basics. You know, when you tell somebody how to rock, like, I don't know, like just the basics of whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, yo, man, I felt like I was Funk Flex, man. I loved it, bro. I loved every second of it. And I played maybe like 4 or 5 tracks, but I was like, yo, I'm doing this. And I just fell in love.
For sure. No, that's dope. I remember like even just growing up, you've always DJ'd. Everybody knew you as the DJ.
Yeah.
So everybody knew you as the DJ. So what was the transition from, I guess, that small event, and then let's go big. Like what? Tell them the big news. I don't.
Yeah. So with the thing is with DJing, man. In my career, it really didn't pan out the way I wanted it to, because just for many reasons. And like I said, like I told you, I had a thing for DJing when I was growing up. So growing up, I told you I was a kid, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But then I fell in love with music and sports, like we talked about. So my mind started shifting a lot. Sports one day, music another day. Music, sports. It was messing with me. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So then what happened was me doing the small gigs, they started getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I think that happens with every DJ. And then eventually whatever happens, you know. And in the DJ world is very, it's complicated and it's tough. It's not very easy, especially if you're trying to be a mainstream DJ.
Yeah.
But I started growing with my gigs. Like my crowd started getting bigger. My clients started getting bigger. So I went from doing like the parties for the homies, you know, like the graduation party, the barbecue party. You know, we did all that. You know, I think every DJ has done that.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta start there.
Yeah, you have to start there. It's like you gotta crawl before you walk. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I did all those. And then I played my first club. It was in the Hamptons. I played my first club in the Hamptons. That was like my first official big gig.
You think that's how you got your name?
As far as my name is, I did it more through the hometown, you know, in the area of my hometown.
Yep.
But like I said, man, to this day, I'm not where I want to be with music. DJ wise, I wanted to be something like DJ Camilo, because that's who I kind of looked up to when I started to DJ.
Okay.
I looked up to DJ Camilo. Now DJ Camilo, that's man, he's a friend of mine. You know, he's on Hot 97. He's got Hot 97's best hour now. And same thing with DJ Camilo. You know, like young kid selling mixtapes in the hood in Queens, and look where he is now. I mean, everybody goes through different routes, obviously, but you know, I'm satisfied where I'm at with the music. I'm happy. I've done some big gigs, big clubs, but not really how I wanted to. Just because I have different focuses right now with what's going on in my career, you know?
Yeah. So let's talk about those other focuses. What so obviously you just had a big write up in our local paper.
Right.
People love you, especially in our community, because you've made it to a bigger stage. So people love to see that, especially from a smaller community. So you kind of want to go in depth and just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, I'm coming from Colombia, bro. And we talked about it before, bro. I didn't know what the hell I want to do with my life. You know, I didn't have it where I had money. I didn't, you know, my parents, hard workers, you know, mother, you know, very hard worker. My mom is one of the hardest working women that I've met. And I'm talking about even like outworking men. My mom is a dog. She's a dog. Like she goes hard, you know, just like I'm sure a lot of people's parents are. But like I said, I came from like nothing, bro. Like, you know, a family back at home that's very successful now. But, you know, my father didn't have much. Mother didn't have much. So I kind of looked at it as like, yo, man, you know, growing up as a kid, I didn't have it the same way a lot of my friends did or people that I knew. You know what I'm saying? So I said, man, I gotta make it some way. I gotta better my life, try to help my family out. Maybe one day have a family and you know, just live comfortable, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And I want to do the right thing, you know, and I want to help others and all, you know, all that good stuff.
Speaking my language.
Yeah, man. So, you know, growing up, college and school was very important. You know, my mom educated us, like, you know, go to college, go to school, do what you got to do and be a good human being. And be successful. Do what you want to do in life. Like, be happy, you know, do what you got to do. So, man, I was going through college, went through high school. It wasn't easy. You know, it was tough times, grinded it out, thugged it out. And then, man, like, my freshman year of college, I went to a community college. I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. Like, I keep saying that because I really didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do.
Yeah.
We can curse on here, right? My bad.
Nah, you straight.
So like really, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. So I was like, damn, bro, what the hell am I gonna do? So time went on, and it was my freshman year of college, small school, just doing the basics, associates, whatever. And then I wasn't feeling it, man. I saw my friends go to the big schools. They you know, they was all into the, you know, all in that scene, and I wanted to be like them. And I was like, but you know what? I know where I'm coming from. I can't do that. Like, we don't have the money. I just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So then I said, what am I gonna do for, like, to better the whole situation? How can I improve this by just not going to, you know, college? Like, cause then I started like being like, damn, man, well, what if I just don't go to school and I figure out a different way, a different route? So I started seeing, this was like during the time where you didn't have to go to school, you know, like you could be a DJ or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything entertainment wise, if you made it in that, a rapper, you know, whatever it was. So I was like, maybe if I could just do that, I won't have to go to school for 4 years.
For sure.
So, man, I started looking into like in the entertainment world, like started really focusing on entertainment world. and then I'm still going to school, and I'm starting to find more of a passion for school, and I'm like, this is not that bad, you know. Maybe I can grind it out and get done with it, and finish my 2 year and then move on. So I finished my 2 year at a college that I didn't even want to go to because I just didn't want to go there. And now that I'm 31, I'm like, damn, man, that was probably the best freaking move I did, bro. I didn't go to a 4 year school where all my friends are in debt and this.
For sure.
And that. I'm like, man, I played my cards right. I don't got to play for nothing. My school is paid off. 2 year degree, same thing, 2 years that somebody else got, you know? But they just had a bigger name of a college.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? So whatever, boom, grinded out of college. Now, this is where like I'm in the jam now. I'm like, all right, I'm finishing my 2 year degree, but what am I gonna do? What's the next move? I got to get a bachelor's now because I felt like I needed school. I got attached to college actually, and I felt it's funny because teachers in school. When I went to school, I hated school, bro. I hated it. I hated going to school. I hated going to like every class. Like not every class. Some teachers I loved. But you know, I just didn't find myself as a kid that loved school. So I just loved college, bro. I love to just be there and just really focus. And
it's different.
It's different when you're in
college.
It's so different, bro. And I started losing interest in like going to the parties as a kid and like the college kid parties. I wanted to make money now. Now I was like, yo, bro, I want to make money. I want to be something. I want to take it to the next level. So I was like, yo, man, let's focus. Let's lock in and let's do something. So now, bro, I started like looking into sports entertainment. And I was like, yo, bro, who's the person that controls the sound in the arena? Who's the person that does everything entertainment-wise for sports? Like, who does that? So I'm like, man, I gotta find out who that is, bro. So one day, I was on my computer just like researching like who controls that stuff, blah blah blah, and then I started finding out who those people are and what they're called and who manages that whole thing, that, you know, everything. So, bro, I'm from New York. I saw the Mets had a little entertainment team.
Yeah.
You know,
you didn't want to look into the Yankees?
Nah, because I'm a big Yankee fan. It's funny because I'm a Yankee fan. I love the Yankees. I'm a diehard Yankee fan. So I'm like, damn, but the Yankees don't got that. But the Mets had it. So I'm like, damn, I gotta hit up the Mets, bro. So I found out who to contact with the Mets. I contacted them and I was like, yo, man, I'm really interested in working with you guys. So I contacted the Mets. We're talking via email now. Like time went on, obviously times changed. And then I got really excited about the job and the opportunity and what things could lead on to. So we're talking, and I'll never forget the day, man, when they contacted me and they were like, yo, we want to interview you. And I'm a kid in college, so I'm 20, man, this was years ago. So I was probably like 21 or 22. Yeah, 21 or 22. I'm young. I'm young as hell, bro. So they contacted me. I was hyped, man. I'm from this small town. I love baseball.
Yeah, that's big. That's a win-win.
Yeah, man. So I go to the interview, man. I never forget, bro. I didn't really have like dress clothes. You know, I had a nice little one piece outfit, you know. And I go to this interview with the one outfit I had, a little tie. I didn't even know how to tie a tie. So I just went in the parking lot, just Googled it, whatever. Tie there. I go to this interview, and I'm like, damn, I can only name like four Mets players, and then yeah, bro. So then they interviewed me, and I told them, I was like, I just want to work for the organization. Like this is something I want to do. The interview went through. Time went on. It was like 2-3 weeks. I didn't hear from them. I'm like, damn, man, maybe they didn't want to pick me. So, man, they called me one day. He was like, hey, man, we would like to let you know, want you to work for us. And I was like, yo, man, this really happened from a point in my life where I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. Now that the Mets calling me to work for them. I know it's not the biggest position in the world, but I'm
Yeah.
working for a professional organization. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, man, like I'm 21, I'm about to work for a pro team, and it's something that I was trying to do, and it happened. So
Yeah.
it started with the Mets.
Sky's the limit for that. And
Yeah, it
then
started
like,
with the Mets.
yeah, so you hit the Mets up, and then obviously, well, all of my listeners don't know, but you went on to the Mets to the Knicks. So how was that transition? What was like the
Yeah.
big difference? Was it the same position or?
So yeah, it went from the Mets to the Knicks, and I'm still going to college. Now I'm going for my bachelor's degree. And then I worked for the Mets for a season. So the transition from working in baseball, it was a very like small position. You know, the position wasn't very big.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a manager spot. It wasn't over,
Yeah, but you got to learn. You got to
yeah,
learn
yeah.
well.
I got to
Yeah.
learn. So I got to learn how sports work, and the entertainment side of sports.
Yeah.
Sort of say. So I got my feet wet. Like, a lot of people say you got to get your feet wet before you move on. So that's what I did with the Mets. So I learned, when I was there, my main focus was learn everything. Learn everything that you see, learn. Just learn everything. So that was my main focus, man. I learned everything there. And then that's when it got just crazier. My buddy at the time was the supervisor, and me and him, we plugged. We plugged like right away. We connected. He was going to St. John's. I had friends that was going to St. John's. My friend was playing for St. John's as a walk-on. So he knew him, and it just built. It was like it was meant to be.
For sure. You got a network.
Yeah, you got to network. And that was another thing when I was there. I was like, I got to network, and I got to learn what other people do and how I can grow. And that's funny you said that, because that's the world today. So I networked in there a lot too. So my buddy, like I said, back to my buddy, he was a supervisor. He was my supervisor. So he actually left the Mets. I'm like, damn, but this is the dude that hired me, like, and he's like a really good friend of mine. So I'm like, damn, man, but he's leaving. So then come to find out, man, he leaves to go work at Madison Square Garden, which is like my dream spot. Like I always dreamed to be in Madison Square Garden growing up as a kid. And so he started working for college. He was the director for college everything. Anything that's college related in the Garden, he was running. Like he was putting on the show. It was him. So he leaves, goes to work for the Garden. He runs everything for the Garden, college-wise. And then I'm like, okay, Met season ends. And then now it's like, all right, what's next? What am I going to do? I'm still going to college. What am I going to do? What's next? I got a love for passion for sports. I want to work for the Garden.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to work for the Knicks.
I'm not even a Knicks fan, and I would want to work in the Garden.
Dog, so now I'm like, man, he's over there. I'm thinking to myself, I'm very street smart. I'm very street smart. Like, that's one thing. I'm very street smart, and I know how to maneuver, and I already accomplished something that I want to do. So I'm accomplish this next goal now that I want to do, and it's worth the shot. I said, man, let me hit up my supervisor. So let me hit him up. So I hit him. I'm like, yo, man, I'm kept it real with him. I was like, yo, I'm very upset that you left, but how's it going for you? Like, what's the next move for you? And I was like, so we're talking, and I said, man, I would love to work at Madison Square Garden. I would love to work for the New York Knicks. I was like, is there anything you could do for me, man? Anything. I'm a young kid still, man. I'm going to college. I'm busting my ass going to school. So I was like, yo, bro, can you do something for me? And we, We clicked at work. I worked my ass off with the Mets. Man, I busted my ass with the Mets, like I really did. And then he said, "Hey, man, let me see what I can do for you." Then what he had to do, mind you, he just got there. He didn't have to do this. He didn't have to do this for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So I felt a little uncomfortable myself. I'm like, damn, man, but he just got there. I don't want to mess it up for him. Hey, man, he pulled his strings. And next thing you know, I'm talking to the Knicks. So that's how that went down.
Yeah, but we can't really go over, especially we know a lot of younger kids. We can't really skip over the fact that you got to that point from networking, because a lot of kids think you go to this huge name college, you do this and that boom, I'm going to get a job at this big organization. So we can't go over the fact that how important just networking is. So can you just let's kind of talk about that and how important that is.
Yeah, it's that's a great point, man, because networking, bro, networking is the key to the life, I think. I think it's really the key of the life. Like, don't get me wrong, going to college, yo, I want my kids to go to school if I ever had kids one day, but I think college is the way to go. Yes, 100%, but college is not everything. The big school name is not everything. I didn't go to Duke. I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to Yale. I didn't go to Columbia. I didn't go to the big schools. I didn't go to Miami University. I came from a community college and I went to a SUNY school in New York. So I think college and networking is two. They're two topics that you could have a lot of. It's a great discussion. But I think networking is the key, man. It really is. It's the key. It's the key. It's the key. And anything you do.
When you go to college, people need to understand, or especially for any of the listeners that are in that transitional stage or in the middle of college right now, you have to use the networking and college as a piggyback. One helps the other. Like people don't understand that. They think you don't go to school, put your head down, and then just, okay, let me study. Okay, let me just get out of the school. You got to talk to people. You got to say hi to that person in your business class. You don't know. You might be sitting next to the next Elon Musk. You don't know.
That's 100%. That's 100. Yo,
you just don't know. You got to talk to people.
Very true.
Yeah.
And that's funny you say that, because me growing up as a kid, I wanted to know everybody.
It's important.
I wasn't the kid that just was like, oh, I'm too shy to talk. Nah, man. I wanted to know what you did, who you're friends with. I wanted to know everything about you. That was just me. And to this day,
hi. Just say hi.
Just say hi. You don't know what that conversation is going to lead to.
Exactly.
And like you made some great points, because, man, listen, just by me saying hi a couple times, man, I was in the garden talking to people, and I'm like, you do what? Just saying hi to them.
Exactly. That's simple. So
and even in the street, even you at dinner with somebody and you say hello or hey, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Networking is everything, I think, man.
For sure. I've met people and different clients at the dog park with my dog, because I just said, oh, hey, how you doing today? It's just people don't understand. You don't have to always just kind of isolate yourself, just say hi with a smile. It's just, hey, if we had that in this world right now, the world would be a better place, but we're not going to get into that right now.
I definitely agree with you. And you know what's funny too, that you say that, because where I come from in Colombia, it's in our culture, saying good morning, saying hello, saying just the the usual words that you use in the street. That's what I use to this day. So I take my culture from Colombia to here, and that's like the networking tools. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like you say, man, just say hello to somebody. But hey, man, we living in a different world today too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that though.
Yeah, that's another topic. We'll talk about that some other time.
We'll talk about that when we're not recording. But so when you were at MSG, were you DJing? So what was that? What did that position entail?
So I started working with the Knicks, man. My first year, actually I should say my 8 years. I was hired as event presentation.
Okay.
So boom, man, I finally got my dream, bro, with the Knicks. My dream as a kid was growing up and working for a sports organization. I was a diehard Yankee fan. I wish I could work for the Yankees. You know, one thing about the Yankees, though, what I wanted to do, it's funny. I always wanted to be the ground crew dude. You know the guys that do IMCA? I
Yeah.
always wanted to do that as a kid. I don't know why, bro. I think it's because I loved baseball, and I had a passion of how the baseball fields looked.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm talking about, like, how the grass was so clean, the infield would be smooth, bro. And I would go to Yankee Stadium, and as a kid, I was just like, damn, bro, that I want to do that, bro. Like, and then I just started, like, feeling the passion of, like, damn, I got to work for a sports organization. And then I started going to Madison Square Garden, bro. And I just started having just, like, a passion for the whole vibe. And I was like, I got to work for the Knicks, man. I got to work for them. Because I'm talking about, like, watching, like, Allen Houston back in the day, Latrell Sprewell, John Starks, Patrick Ewing, you know, Marcus Camby. Yeah, man. So I was just so, like, amazed of how the Garden was. And then going to, like high school basketball games there. I'm talking like the PSAL days,
Yeah.
college basketball. Like, I've seen so many great like things there when I was a kid. So then I was like, man, I gotta work for the Knicks. So then, man, I got hired as an event presentation. So I'm just giving you a little background of how much I had a passion for the Madison Square Garden and the Knicks.
Yep.
So I got hired as an event presentation, which was, I was hired to work for the 7th Ave squad. Now, mind you, I just wanted to work for the Knicks with whatever it was. You know, that was always a dream of mine growing up, working for the Knicks. It didn't matter if I was the ball boy, the locker room attendant, the marketing guy, the ticket sales guy. I just wanted to work for the Knicks. So I started working for the Knicks as 7th Ave. And basically, bro, we did everything from fan engagement to player appearances to shooting T-shirts, on-court contests, halftime, national anthem, guest DJs. Man, we did it all, bro. We really covered everything. Like, we covered everything, almost everything, bro. Like, everything. If you really talk about entertainment at the Garden, we covered everything. Even outside the Garden.
Yeah. And that goes into what you said earlier about when I guess it was your older brother, he let you, you know, he probably had the songs queued up ready to six.
Yeah.
So that goes into you were so excited just for at that graduation party because you saw how important it was just to make people happy and dance and everything. So that it's crazy how that, what are you, 14 then? Let's fast forward 10 years later, 12 years later, you're at MSG, you got the crowd going, you have fans going crazy just for that free T-shirt. And it's crazy how it works. It's crazy because you said you never really thought you had this passion at a young age, but you did. Like, you never knew what you wanted to do, but internally, like, it was something that you've always wanted to do, is just get these people engaged, get people happy, jumping out of their seat. And that's crazy how it comes full circle. Like, life really comes full circle from when you started at, let's say, 13 on the DJ set to now you're in MSG. Like, that's pretty crazy. And that goes to show, like, a lot of people, they start something and they listen to outsiders, but internally it was you knew what you wanted to do this whole time.
I did. Like, and it's funny you say that because I did. And looking at it today, it's like, man, I just had something of people's reaction. I don't know. That's something I just, big crowds and the reaction. Like, I just love it, bro. I love that people are just happy. You know what I'm saying? Just be happy. Like,
especially everything going on. Be happy.
And just creating, be happy. And that was definitely like what it was, I think, as a kid, you know. But 100% what you just said, definitely, bro.
So are you still working at MSG currently?
So I just left the New York Knicks.
Okay.
I left the New York Knicks, unfortunately, for good, all good reasons. I worked with the Knicks for 8 years, and like when I tell you I did everything, I did everything. Probably not everything, but I did a lot. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? In those 8 years, I did a lot. I seen a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I learned about myself. I learned about others. I learned about what professional sports are. I just learned a lot, man. And I did a lot. It was 8 years of my life that I could say is 8 years that I definitely dreamed about, you know? And I'm still living the dream. Like the dream is just going, it's just, it keeps going now. Like
Yeah. So what's the next step? What are the
it just,
next things in
it's just
progress?
flowing, man. So I left the Knicks. I worked 8 years, and now I also left New York. I'm in Dallas now. I'm in Dallas, Texas. So
That
due
AC on?
to
Is that AC
what's
on
that?
right now? I said, is that AC on right now?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, yo, it's hot down here, man. It's hot. It's hot. Yeah, bro. It's definitely not New York. Summer's here. They're crazy. But yeah, Dallas it's a new journey for me, man. It didn't plan out to be the way I wanted to. I actually left right before the NBA got shut down due to COVID. So I'm here, man. I had a job opportunity with the Mavs. COVID hit, unfortunately. And now it's just like playing the waiting game. But, you know, I made my name already with the NBA.
Yep.
You know, my resume is already built up. So now it's just playing the waiting game, man, pretty much with the Mavs.
So with the Mavs.
Not, I shouldn't say necessarily with the Mavs. I should just say whatever's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know when sports are going to come back, man. As you can see, bro, like sports rule the world, and I don't know what's going to happen. I fell into this field, and I don't know what's going to happen, bro.
Yeah. So with that, let's say no coronavirus, what would that I guess position entail?
Yeah, like what I would be doing. Let's say COVID didn't hit.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I had several talks with the Mavs just via email. So I didn't come to an agreement of exactly what position I was going to take on, just because there's several things up in the air right now with my talks with them. So I don't know what exactly I'm going to do. And like I said, due to COVID, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Do you know if it's going to be like entertainment though?
Yeah, it's going to be within the entertainment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as what part of the entertainment, I just don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we see now you're blown up. I'm scrolling through Instagram, Facebook. We see you. I saw who did I see? RJ Hampton, Des Bryant. So what's that about? What is that link?
So it's funny, man. Like I told you, man, the dream just keeps going, man. And I think that's part of what life is, man. We're just going with the flow. Life is just a big dream, I think, man. I fell in, like I felt I had to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
While working with the Knicks, I felt like I had to do something else. I didn't want to be in one lane. I wanted to be in like 8 lanes. You know, you go on the roads in Cali, there's like 8 lanes, 6 lanes.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. So myself, I started learning more about myself. And with that being said, I started being educated by others, you know, while working in sports and meeting people. And I said, man, I don't want to be one dimensional. You know, I don't want to be that basketball player that can go to the hole just with one hand. You know, you got to use 2 hands in basketball.
Yep.
So I felt like I needed 8 hands. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I started trying to be diverse. I try to be diverse as much as I can be. Learning new things, trying to like other things, not just one thing. And I started falling in love with a passion with photography. You know, with this day and age, we live in a social media world.
Yep.
I started loving. I always had a passion for photography, though.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know it. You know,
yeah.
As a kid growing up.
Don't skip over that social media part, though. So look, let me just so if anyone's listening, so with social media, what'd you do to expand that photography?
What did I do to grow in the photography
Yeah.
lane?
Would you let me guess? Network? Reach out to some people? Network?
I network. I network. You know, I network. And you know how it started with the photography, man? It's crazy. So remember I told you I had that little camera, right?
Yeah,
I took pictures with that little camera.
for
Man, I was
sure.
trying to do little photo shoots when I was a kid with it. I was like, damn, but I can't get it to come out like so damn good like all these other guys' pictures. Like, why can't I do that? And I was a kid, so I didn't know anything about photography.
Yeah.
Um, so dude, it's crazy because while I was at the garden, I was going by the photographers every day. And I became friends with the photographers. I became friends that with the photographer that took pictures for Michael Jordan, you know, Magic Johnson, dude, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant,
That's
Jason
crazy.
Kidd, Vince Carter, man, like every top NBA player that played the game, I became friends with the photographer that took pictures of them. I'm talking about championships. I'm talking about all-star games, playoffs, every dope event at the Garden. You know, like you know that picture that when Michael Jordan got dunked on by John Starks.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So the dude has clips of that. You know, like he has clips of Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan in the locker room celebrating after they won the NBA championship. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So I became friends with this guy, and this guy runs the main outlet for the NBA as far as photos. And I just briefly talked to him one day. I was like, "Yo, man, I have a passion for photography. Like, I was like, can you give me any advice or what I could do or how'd you get to where you at? You know, just the basic questions. You know, just had a simple conversation with him. And then it's funny because I started becoming friends with more photographers at the games. And so if you don't know, when there's a basketball game being played at the Garden, there's you know the spaces on the floor underneath the basket.
Yeah.
There's only certain amount of spaces for the photographers. So
Yeah. How
now,
do they get how they get that option?
so let me tell you. So now you got to remember, New York is all about the media.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the media. So each on the floor there's a spot for each photographer. You know what I'm saying? So now we're talking about like the New York Times got a spot, New York Post got a spot, the NBA got a spot, but we're talking about just the main big outlets got a spot on the floor. So then I started becoming friends with the New York Post photographer. R.I.P. to Anthony Causey, he just died. And Anthony, let me tell you something about Anthony, man. Causey, man, rest in peace, man. He's such a great guy. He just passed away due to COVID. It gives me chills, man, because it's funny that we talk about this, but Anthony Causey, man, this dude, same thing. He shot for the New York Post, bro. So I'm talking about he shot the New York Yankees, he shot the New York Mets, he shot the Brooklyn Nets, the New York Knicks, the New York Giants, the Jets. He shot everybody in New York. And I went up to Causey one day. I said, "Yo, Causey, man, I want to get into photography, bro. Like, I want to do this. I have a passion for it. I want to do it." And me and Causey spoke, and he was like, "Yo, man, if you want to do it, do it." And he was like, "Do it." So I got some suggestions on equipment, blah blah blah, and we just talked briefly, and he said, "Just do it, bro." So as time went on, my years throughout with the Knicks went on. You know, I became friends with more guys, and you know, we just had conversations, and definitely a big influencer too. And where I'm at with the photography now is Troy Bowers, he worked for player development with the Knicks. Yeah, I think he did player development. I'm not sure, I forget his title, but it's something big time with the Knicks. And also my man Cypher. So Cypher, my man Carlos was he was the editor for the New York Post. Same thing, man. Saw the Yankees go to championships, saw the Giants win Super Bowls. Big time, man. So now I'm talking to the big time people that are they're in this industry, this
Yeah.
game.
The greats of
So
the photography world right there.
Yeah, so now I'm like, yo, I'm connecting with the right people. I'm not just talking to some random Joe Schmo. Like, and that was one thing about me. I always wanted to learn the 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 I want to get to learn who's really in the game and who's killing it. Like that's I always wanted to connect with those guys because those guys could take you to the right, the right route, the right lane.
Yeah.
So all those guys played a major role into what I'm doing now with photography. Um, so yeah, man, I felt like I got the blueprint. Started connecting with more photographers. My buddy was doing stuff for Major League Baseball. He started doing started working for the Mets and the Yankees. So I got the blueprint now. Also, my man Gemini Keys was killing it with the sneakers for the NBA. So I met the right people. You know what I'm saying? I met the right people. I moved on. My first gig, I don't even remember, bro. My first gig.
So many?
Yeah, my first gig was like, I don't even know. I think I just went into the street, started just shooting pictures in the street.
Are you getting like, I know you got some big time, I guess, superstars, like athletic superstars. You getting starstruck by any of them?
Good question. Very good question. I wouldn't say starstruck. I wouldn't say starstruck. Just because working at the Garden, I've seen almost everybody.
Yeah.
Seen almost everybody. So my first couple of years at Madison Square Garden, definitely seeing some of these people was like, damn, man, like wow, bro, like that's Tracy Morgan, that's Spike Lee, that's Beyonce, that's Rihanna, that's Kevin Hart. I worked the
I
NBA.
might be a
I
little
worked the NBA All Star
starstruck.
game, man. I worked the NBA All Star game, so I was looking like Grant Hill, Dikembe Mutombo. I see Shaquille O'Neal, like
Legends.
Charles Barkley. I'm talking about everywhere. Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, J. Cole.
Legendary. J. Cole.
Everybody. Maluma, Nicki Jam.
The list.
Almost
Go on.
everybody. The
Keep
list goes
going.
on. Yeah, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. The Harlem Globetrotters, So, bro, like I think it's not so much starstruck, but there is a feeling in me where it's like, damn, man, like I was a kid, I used to watch him, like, or I like their music, or
Yeah.
I don't know what the case may be. You know what I'm
Just a
saying?
little
So
awe. Like, wow. That's crazy. It's really happening.
yeah, so I wouldn't say starstruck, but I think I was more starstruck working when in with my job with the Knicks. I was more starstruck.
Yeah.
But now I still get a little feeling.
Are you still DJing right now?
Yeah, still DJing. I'm still DJing.
Okay.
But due to COVID, I'm not.
Yeah,
Just because I'm
obviously.
trying to be safe but I'm trying to, work my way back into it.
Oh, we gotta try to set up like a virtual virtual party or something. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. That's the new wave. That's the new wave
Yeah.
now. That's
Yeah.
the new wave.
I can now we'll talk after this. I got a link. Now we can do something crazy. I
Yeah,
got
that's the new wave.
for sure. What would you say would since we're almost wrapping up, what set you apart from the competition just in the entertainment field? Like I know you're diverse, like that has to be number one, your diversity. You're not only going through one lane, you can do it all.
Yeah, so you're saying that's competition as in what though?
I guess someone else in your shoes. So let's say a photographer, a DJ. What do
Oh,
you
okay,
bring
okay,
to the
okay.
table more than what a different person has to
Gotcha.
bring?
No, I get what you're saying. So man, let me think about this. It's you know, it's I don't think it's well, it is competition, but I think it goes by what you know, who you know. I think it's more of something like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the world revolves around now. I don't think it's more about who can do it better. I think it's more about who you know, what you know, type of thing now in
Yeah.
the world. I don't think it's so much if you went to college or you did this or you did that. but don't get me wrong. Like if you're a DJ and you know, um, you're doing a club and you're bringing in people and you're a dope DJ and or you're a photographer and your work is super clean and you're doing the big, you know, as we stars, whatever the case may be, that's definitely gonna set you apart.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's about, you know, what college you went to and stuff. I don't know. I'm a true believer. I think it's all about who you know and what you're doing. But there is a side to of the work you're putting in.
Yeah.
You know?
So who would let's see. Let's go for some fun questions now. Who would be the top people you would love to have like I guess to be your models for, because even if they're playing ball, they're your models still for, especially for
we're talking about photography.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
top 5, dead or alive. You gotta have Michael Jackson.
Dead or alive? Damn, that's a tough question, man. Damn. Sheesh.
Gotta have Michael Jackson.
Let me tell you number one. So, damn. You know, that's a good question, bro. I never even really thought about that. Like, people dead or alive. I know alive, but dead, damn. Let's with no order. With no order. You want to do like top 5?
Let's do top 5. Only got 5.
Damn. All right, so I'm gonna give you my in no order. Jay-Z, Derek Jeter, Derek Jeter, Jay-Z. I'll put let's see. Michael Jordan.
Vintage Michael Jordan, not right now.
Yeah. That would be. Oh man, if I was in that era, bro. Oh my God, that'd be so crazy.
What about Dapper Dan? Oh man.
Yeah. Let's go like musically. I'm trying to think like more musically too.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson would be super lit. But if we're talking about top 5, it's tough, bro. That's tough. It's tough. It's such a tough question, man.
All right, let's go alive. I'll give you
alive.
Yeah.
Alive. All right, so Jay-Z, Derek Jeter. That's just because there's 2 people that I really hold in my heart. Like I'm inspired by. Let's see, bro. Michael Jordan. That's 3. No, is that 3 or 4?
3.
That's 3?
Yeah.
4, I would take damn man, you got me in a tough spot. It's a tough question. Just because a photographer, bro, I'm sure they got the top people they want to shoot at. They have never shot.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just so many people that you want to capture, man. So I think I could give you 3. Those are my like top 3 coming to my brain right now, you know. But
top 3, stumped them, ladies and gentlemen. I stumped them.
It's hard, bro. Top 5 for photography, that's tough. Yeah, that's my top 3 that would come to my mind though right now.
Yeah. So just wrapping things up a little bit, who would you say was your biggest inspiration? I know you said your mother's a hard worker as well as your father.
That's a good question. I looked up to my mother. She's a hardworking woman.
No family.
Man, shit. I was always a Derek Jeter fan. I'm a big Derek Jeter fan, and it's funny because the day Derek Jeter came to the Garden, bro, I didn't get to meet him. And I met almost damn near everybody else but him the day he came to the Garden. So Derek Jeter definitely inspired me. And Jay-Z.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. I always was a Jay-Z fan, always listened to his music and what he spoke about and just on the business aspect.
Legendary.
Yeah, it's just crazy. So Jay-Z and Derek Jeter definitely they played big parts of my life. Like I always, try to kind of keep the focus of what they did in their careers, and they still continue to do in their careers. And my mother, but we're not talking mother, we're talking about people and besides family. But so I would say Jay-Z and Derek Jeter.
For sure. All right.
Yeah.
So, what's next? What's next?
Man, what's next, bro? I want to be a millionaire. I
Hey,
want to be
hey,
a
you
millionaire.
too. Hey,
Uh,
I'll meet you there.
I would love to be a millionaire and live comfortable,
Yeah.
but what's next is there's a lot of things I still want to do, man.
Nice.
It's still a
Like
lot.
my thing, being a millionaire, like for me, has never really been about the flashy. Like
Now,
I'll be the laziest millionaire. You gym shorts,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah, yeah,
gym
yeah, yeah,
shorts,
yeah.
sneakers on, like some regular. Like,
100%.
but just to know you good, your kid's good, your fam's good. That's like the most important thing to me, especially in that
Yeah,
millionaire talk.
yeah, 100%, man. I would be that type of person too. I would give back to the world and just do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be my vibe. And man, I would love to live my life like Adam Sandler, bro. Just
Yeah.
like straight up, like Adam Sandler. Like
Your number one
definitely.
thing would be you had.
Yeah, I want to live my life comfortable. But what's next, man? I got a lot of projects coming up.
Okay.
Got a lot of projects coming up. Uh, I'm doing some stuff now, man, with what's going on in the world that I wanna get going. It's called Hoops for Equality. So I'm a type of person that I want to give back to the community a lot. I like to do community work. I like to give back to the people, the less fortunate. Um, so that's a project that I'm working on now. Um, it came to mind recently. Uh, I wanted to actually talk about it because let's talk about it because, man, the reason I want to do this project is because the world is crazy right now, man. The world is crazy and it shouldn't be like that, especially in the United States. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to just bring equality to everybody, and I want to do it through basketball. So with that being said, I'm gonna use my platform and I'm gonna use the people I know to make this to make it work.
Yeah.
And I think it'll work. And I have a lot of cool ideas that I want to do. So that's what I want to do, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. It
Uh,
definitely starts with the youth.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It starts with the youth, man, 100%. So give back a lot to the youth, and we got some cool things that we're gonna cook up.
Good. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. So off of
Yeah.
that, you mentioned social media. Where can the people reach you at? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that, whatever platforms you want to
Yeah,
give.
so you can find me pretty much everything. I am Dresito, at IAMDRESITO. That's it's easy, it's simple. So yeah, I'm on there, man. Y'all hit me up, man. I'm open to talk to anybody, man. I'm very very open.
Perfect.
I
You
know
got
what
any let's see. Let's see. Anything for a young kid growing up? What last words of advice would you give?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to because hey man, I've been in the shoes. I know what it's like. I know what it's to struggle. I know what it is to not have nothing. I know what it's like, man. And it's not easy, bro. Life is not easy. And it's not easy, especially when you come from nothing. Like when you come from nothing, bro, you gotta work 100 times harder than the people that already got it.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? So I think especially the youth, man, you gotta just go get it, man. Like go get it. Don't be scared. Just go get it. In anything in life, like you want to be the next singer, the next artist, you want to be the next Drake, you want to be the next J Balvin, the next whoever, DJ whoever, the next top photographer, man, whatever, the next designer, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, man, go chase your dreams. Chase your dreams. Keep working. Meet people. Be humble and just grow. Don't be scared, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared at all. And definitely network. Definitely network. you know, and just be smart. Be smart in life, you know. Be smart in life. There's a lot of distractions in the world right now. Yeah, so just be smart in life and do the right thing.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. From the PCE, Passion Changes Everything family. Sorry, my co-host Corey couldn't be here, but we want to say thank you so much. Just spreading the word, especially for the culture. That's super, super important. And just kind of showing everyone you can start small, but the small step that you take, it goes into something way bigger than you would
It's gonna
think.
lead to something bigger.
For sure. We just want
Yeah.
to say thank you. Obviously, make sure you send that shirt size to me. You got a shirt
Oh,
coming your way.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Much love out here. You still got a lot of love out here on the East End and the little port.
Yeah, no, for sure, and I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you having me on here because you know, this might help somebody. You know, like, you know, maybe 10 minutes of this you know, this podcast. It might help somebody out. You know, it's hey, man, any way that I can help and you know, just a little advice to somebody. They could be the next whoever it is, man. You know, and I appreciate you having me on here, bro. I really do.
For sure.
Any way I can help you out, you let me know, bro.
For sure. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Hey, I just want to say peace out and make sure you tune in, all right?
Keep grinding, baby.